price objection can be further subdivided. And you'll know this, but I'm just going to articulate it. So price can be subdivided into two subcategories of price. One is affordability. Affordability, as in, I can't afford it. Looks great, I love it, I just don't have enough money. I don't have enough budget for that. That's more than we planned on spending. I have champagne dreams, but a beer budget. All right? So that's a common, how many of you have heard that objection before, right? It's more than we planned on spending, we just don't have it. So that's a budget issue. Some will say budget, but it's not, but sneaky. But affordability is one subcategory. The second one is value. Oh, I can afford it. I just don't think it's worth it. Right? Oh, I can afford your services. I just don't see the value. I don't think it's worth it. Why are your fees so high? We have that budget. I just don't think you're the one. I don't think. Why are you charging that? You guys see the distinction? That's a huge distinction. Huge distinction. Value perception. Any bottled water anywhere around here? Bottled water. All right. My man. May I see that bottle? Thank you. How much did you pay for this?
Maybe 150.
150. Okay, so he spent 150 for this. What if I were to say, my friend, $10, okay? $10? No. Can you, come on, man, this is business. You've got $10, right? You can't afford $10?
Maybe it depends where you sell it to me.
Where? Yeah, right. If it's out in the desert, right?
That's a desert or a 5-star.
So.
Maybe more than a desert.
Yeah, all right. So if he's having his last breath, and he's out wandering in the desert, and he is just like, oh my God, I'm so parched. And I'm like, dude, I only got this much left. $10 is okay? He's like, bring it on. Because now the value of this drop of water has gone up exponentially. True or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, the value's gone up tremendously. If, however, thank you, life is good, man. We're indoors, we've got air conditioning happening, and I'm like, $10? He's like, dude, I can get this water for free. I can top it up over there for free. So it's not affordability, it's value. So what I encourage everybody to do is when you're faced with a price objection, in your own words, because what works for me doesn't work for everybody, in your own words, try asking your prospect, okay, so when you say that it's too expensive, do you mean it's more than you planned on spending, as in it's beyond your budget, or do you not see the value at that price? Because the answer to that question will take you in two very different directions as to how do we respond. If it's affordability, you talk about things like deferred payment, financing, increments. Okay, well, what we start half the project now and half later. You just talk about ways to make it more affordable. Maybe slight discounting, which I hate, but let's say volume discount. We'll tell you what, if you buy more, we'll give you a bit of a deal, right? Or we'll get a long-term commitment. That's around affordability. Then there's value. Okay, well, do we need to start demonstrating the value more, what we would call perhaps ROI selling, as in what's the return on your investment, rather than just focusing on the initial cost or the initial spend, how much are you saving in the long run by picking us versus a competitor? You could charge 10% more than market rate, but if your product or service is, 5 times more productive or profitable for them, you should be able to close that deal in your sleep. So again, it's just determining, is it an affordability or a value issue?